其實我哋一路以嚟香港咧喺運動行業，我哋呢啲屬於健身啊，或者係一啲健身搏擊運動行業咧，都係越做越好，市民越嚟越接受我哋。
Businesses have suffered a great blow because of COVID-19 this past 12 months. According to one recent survey by CPA Australia, confidence is at its lowest level 2 years running among all Asian Pacific cities surveyed, and that only 21% of small businesses expect to expand this year. More than $1.2 billion of relief measures have been dished out by the government in its latest budget for small and medium-sized enterprises, including extra funds for companies to diversify their markets. Hong Kong Small and Medium Enterprises Association President Pamela Mark says measures like the government's full guarantee loan scheme would be a much-needed shot in the arm for struggling businesses during the tough patch. Mark runs a wholesale and retail wine business and opened her outlet in Yuen Long, a township next to the Chinese border, because more than half of her customers were from the mainland. These visitors have since dried up, as the city has yet to reopen its borders to Chinese tourists.
That's why we face the turnover going down, okay, more than at least 60%, okay, because the amount they buy is a lot higher. They buy more premium wine, but for local people, they are more buying the average price. Okay, and for the local, because of the pandemic, they stay home, and some of the restaurants around us, they are, because of the social distancing, they are locked down. Okay, and then we drop our business to 80%. Okay.
Instead, she's uncorked a whole crate of new customers by engaging social media and apps like Vivino and Wine Searcher. It's even brought her shop to the attention of English-speaking locals in the city. But driving the business through digital channels only gets you so far, when many small businesses here are in the catering trade or rely on overseas visitors or do import-export business. Most are pining their hopes on the vaccination program to return the city to normality and to get spending flowing again. Roland Lim, CNA, Hong Kong.
And from fire liquids to fire currencies, the crypto trading platform known as Huobi has pulled back some of its services in several countries, suspending its miner hosting services in China. That follows moves taken by the authorities in Beijing to curb the use of digital currencies there. In a statement, Huobi said they are scaling back services with dynamic changes afoot in the market, whilst they also want to protect their investors. The company says products and services will be temporarily unavailable to the new users, but they haven't specified where. Renault Nissan has been asking an Indian court to allow them to continue production in Tamil Nadu so that they can meet those orders that are pending. The automaking alliance say that failure to fulfill those export orders might lead to penalties and future loss of business. Renault Nissan is locked in a legal battle with some factory workers in India who have sought to halt the operations owing to violations of safety protocols for COVID-19. But the alliance has dismissed the workers' claims, saying social distancing rules were being followed. Wei Sue, that's your business looking in this hour.
And thanks for that, Christy. Buskers in Singapore will get a new stage to serenade audiences starting next month. They'll be taking part in curated live-streamed sessions so they can gain fans and make up for lost earnings. But as Loke Wei explains, that may not be enough.
How many viewers do we have right now? 71.
Dwindling audiences and taking slashed by half.
This is what we're going to do again.
With his circus tricks falling flat on screen, Jonathan Goh moved on to his next act as a delivery rider. He's unsure if he'll stage a comeback, even with large-scale virtual busking sessions on the cards.
It's an opportunity cost for me. It depends on, should I go do GrabFood today or should I join this digital live busking? And if I don't go to GrabFood, can I actually earn enough to pay for my bills the next week?
The National Arts Council will press play on live stream sessions every 3 months for viewers to open their hearts and wallets through QR codes. Each session will run for about 8 hours. For some 350 buskers here, it's a chance to reverse their waning fortunes now that physical busking pilots are paused. They can jam alone or in groups of up to 10 without masks, with safe distancing in place.
The platform is actually going to be conducted at a venue that is equipped for live streaming, and there will be technical professionals on hand. They just really need to come down to the space, bring their usual equipment and play as they usually do. It would help them continue to build their audience base.
Full-time busker Cliff Lee hopes the bigger stage and wider social media reach will help him strike a chord with more listeners. He's now earning next to nothing from his live streams, despite doing them 4 times a week. Cliff says the once active busking community is a whisper of what it used to be.
I feel more and more alone in the situation because a lot of buskers, I feel that they have given up. More people are letting go of it more and more, okay, that they don't want to do it full time, but they just do it on the side.
But the community is confident it's not their swan song yet, and the busking scene will come alive when performers can hit the streets again.
Our stories from the sports world now, and 50-year-old Phil Mickelson has made history. He's the oldest man to win a golf major title. Thousands of spectators at the Kiowa Island Golf Resort in South Carolina watched as the American captured the PGA Championship by 2 strokes. It's his 6th career major. Lefty also eclipsing Julius Boris's 1968 major conquest at the age of 48. And how's this for a statistic? Mickelson is the 4th golfer in PGA Tour history to win in 4 different decades.
I mean, this is just an incredible feeling because I just believed that it was possible, but yet everything was saying it wasn't. And I hope that others find that inspiration. It might take a little extra work, a little bit harder effort to maintain physically or maintain the skills, but gosh, is it worth it in the end? And I'm so appreciative to be holding this Wanamaker trophy.
History also made in the footballing world. Cristiano Ronaldo has become the first player to top score in 3 major European leagues. Ronaldo has notched up 29 goals this season for Juventus, 5 clear of his nearest challenger, Inter Milan's Romelu Lukaku. He was top scorer in England with Manchester United in 2008, 3 times in Spain with Real Madrid. As for Juventus, they survived a late-day drama to finish 4th, sealing a Champions League qualifying spot in the process. Nation now continues in the very next hour. We'll check on the top stories, including decline in new infections of COVID-19 since hitting a peak 2 weeks ago. But India's problems are far from over. A shortfall in vaccine shots an issue, as is a rise in cases of a deadly fungal infection. Accused of state terrorism and hijacking, Belarus's president reportedly issues a personal order to divert a passenger flight from its flight path and force a landing, just to arrest an opposition journalist. That story in the very next hour.
Look forward to brighter skies. The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways.